Hello everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 26th of January 2025. Newly elected US President Donald Trump took charge as the US President on 20th of January this week. There were a lot of statements made by Mr. Donald Trump during his election campaign and after getting elected. And several of these statements were such that it would impact the economic order across the world. And it was expected that as soon as he will take charge as the president, he will announce several measures that would impact the world in a significant way on the economic front. He signed a lot of executive orders immediately after assuming the office, but there were a few which had real implications on the economic world. The executive order, which was the most prominent, which would impact the economic world, was in respect of energy. This executive order said that US would not be supporting alternative energy and would resort to a lot of exploration and increasing production of oil and gas. America has large reserves of oil and gas, but in recent years, in accordance with the policy of the then administration of the US, the exploration of oil and gas in the US was curtailed. This exploration is now going to increase. The implication of this measure was that the companies which are into alternative energy space got significantly impacted, and the stock prices of these companies were sharply corrected for the reason that it is expected that the profitability of these companies would come under pressure on account of this change. While as the prices of oil, the Brent crude, declined by 2.8% this week for the reason that now there is going to be an increased production of oil in the world. In a way, softening of oil prices is a good news for India, because at least 80% of the crude which is used by India is all imported. So lower prices of crude in India is definitely a welcome move. It was expected that the US president will roll out a lot of tariffs, as he has been talking about, on countries which he has been talking about being China, Mexico and Canada, and also the balanced part of the world. But he has not immediately rolled out any tariffs and has said that the federal agencies will take due call and give their view what is the kind of tariffs which US should resort to against different countries. As of now, no tariffs have been straight away imposed by the US, and it is in due consideration as to what is to be done in respect of tariffs. As far as the Indian stock markets are concerned, the Indian stock markets were in a very soft mood, and there were corrections and decline in several stocks and sectors. The Nifty 50 declined by 0.5%, but Nifty Mid Cap declined by 2.5% and Nifty Small Cap declined by more than 4%. FIIs continued to be sellers to the extent of more than 22,000 crores this week, but DIIs tried to balance it out by buying Indian stocks to the extent of more than 17,000 crores. Nifty IT was an outlier as it appreciated by more than 3.5%, and Nifty Realty corrected very sharply to the extent of more than 9% this week. Nasdaq and S&P 500 both were up by around 1.7% each. This week, the trend of the Indian stock market continued to be on the declining side, and several stocks, especially in the small cap and mid cap, have corrected very significantly. If you look at the Nifty 50 level, the Nifty 50 today has corrected by around 11% from its all-time high in last 52 weeks. Coming Saturday, the Union Finance Minister will be presenting the Union Budget in the Parliament. Today, whatever is happening on the stock market is for the reason that the Indian economy and the corporate profitability in last quarter and last half a year have been on a decline than what it was expected by the overall watchers of the Indian economy. So it is expected that if there are some announcements which will boost investment and economy in the Union Budget, these positive announcements could lead to a rebound rally on the Indian stock markets. That is all for this week. Thank you.